I got laid off this morning.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about corporate layoffs because a lot of people, they have been told their position has been eliminated and they've come open to say, I've been fired from my job. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my 2 cents.
I got laid off this morning. I was supposed to have the day off. The whole company was supposed to be off. I get a phone call from my boss, and she goes, I need you to check your email. The sales director wants to have a meeting with you. I'm like, okay, like, I'll go check my email. Like, I'm at home, it's fine. So I have a meeting invite from the sales director titled Meeting with HR. HR! Like, everyone who is in the corporate world knows that it's never a good thing when you have a meeting with HR, because it normally only means one thing, and it normally means that you're losing your job. So I get ready for this call. I go put my makeup on, go put on my mascara, because I know I'm probably going to have my camera on. And what do you know? They say, we're going to eliminate your position. We are trying to save money. Yada, yada, yada. And they go through all this stuff that you're never gonna remember because, like, your life just changed, like, within the blink of an eye. And the crazy thing is that my boss, like, didn't even know that this was happening. Like, when she called me, I called her back and I was like, what's the issue? Like, I see HR is on this meeting. And she's like, I don't know, like, I'll drive home for this meeting. So then I just have to, like, you have to sit there, like, with your camera on after they just delivered, like, the worst news ever. Like,
So I got laid off this morning. Pretty much, I literally wake up at my normal time for work, get on my phone, start, like, looking at it, and everybody in my text group chat with, like, people I work from, they're like, are you guys okay? Like, what's going on? Like, are you guys doing okay? And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Why is everyone asking that? And I kind of had, like, a gut feeling. I was like, okay, I feel like they're doing layoffs again, because multiple times in the, like, 2 years that I've worked there, they've done layoffs. So I go to log into my work computer, and it's, like, not letting me in. So I was like, cool. So then I go to my phone, and I go to, like, mail, like, trying to see if I have an email, because they were like, oh yeah, see if you guys got an email. And I don't see anything. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So it's like, for some reason my email wasn't updating, so I couldn't even find the email. So then finally, like, probably an hour after, like, I had woken up and already been, like, freaking out, so I was like, oh my god, I think that I'm laid off. I get the email, and basically it's like, you're laid off. We just decided we had to lay people off. Like, no hard feelings, like, nothing that you did. We just were downsizing, basically. It was just weird. Like, the email came from nobody I knew, not my manager, not literally nobody that I'd ever even heard of. No, I mean, I feel like if you're getting laid off, you at least deserve, like, a phone call at the very least, or maybe even an email or, like, a text from, like, your manager. But yeah, pretty much got laid off. But basically, why I came on here to tell you guys this is because I'm going to just do a little series, like, following my day-to-day life of being unemployed and trying to find a job slash just living, like, unemployed. Like, it's gonna be weird. So this is gonna be the first time that I've really been unemployed, besides, like, being unemployed in high school or college, which I feel like doesn't really count. So it's gonna be weird. Like, I already feel so weird. I feel like it hasn't really hit me. It hasn't really, like, sunk in, because, like, it's Monday. I have all week to do, like, what? Because, like, I literally don't have a job. It's weird vibes for sure. But it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. But yeah, so follow along if you guys want to see how many jobs I apply for every day, like, what I'm doing, like, just how I'm navigating, like, being unemployed and, like, trying to find a new job in the job market that, from what I've heard, is not great. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna be posting about. Also, like, let me know if you guys have any tips or, like, jobs that are hiring, or just, like, how to fix your resume. Like, I honestly just, like, anything that you guys have found that's, like, helped you find a job, specifically in tech, ideally, would be nice.
So I got laid off yesterday. It was a wild day. I didn't eat a thing because I was sick to my stomach the whole time. And I just wanted to say, like, I feel like it really talks about what it feels like to get laid off from a company that you've been with for a while. And I'm not here to talk any negative things about who I worked for or anything. It's more so about like the feelings that I'm feeling after the fact. But yeah, I just feel like I'm going through this breakup with a partner that I had for 7 years. I don't know, man. It's tough. Like, I go through waves of emotions of thinking, you know, it's okay, it's for the better. And then the next 10 seconds, I'm bawling, crying. Paper plates because I don't want to do dishes, okay? But yeah, I don't know. It's just been like a weird transition. And I know I'm only on day one. Sure, the roller coaster is about to get even wilder, especially with job searching and all that. I already have started. It's all very difficult to process. I'm not going to lie. And like, you know, we all go through periods in our careers where we probably think like, oh, you know, I'm better off, blah, blah, blah. And like you wish something like this would happen so that it would catapult you on the other direction. But when it does happen for real and not just a weird, you know, weekly dream, you actually have to deal with how it feels. It's not my favorite feeling, I'll tell you that. It's really not. If I look sad, it's because I am. I don't know. It just all feels so strange. But anyway, I think that's all I had to say for my morning ramble about my layoff situation. I'm gonna eat this and go job searching for a little more. My kids are gonna be in daycare for another week since I already paid for that. So I'm gonna use this time to 100% nose deep. I think that's the saying. And try and get some interviews lined up or something. I know it's gonna be hard. I know, but I have to try.
So I recently learned that my position at this corporate company will be ending in end of August, roughly, and moving to India because they want to save money, which I understand from a business standpoint, but my problem is the way they're doing this. They have multiple managers and directors and associate directors and C-level people that are making insane amount of money doing shit for work, yet nothing is happening to them. But people like us who are struggling and working our asses off all day long, making those managers and directors look good, we're the ones losing our jobs. But they're not moving or eliminating these positions. Like, make it make sense.
Hey, it's Erica Renee. I don't know how to start this. I've been laid off. Yes, I was one of the government employees who were laid off today. Well, technically my layoff date is Friday, but I don't work on Fridays. So it would have been today, but I had to use my sick leave. So I left yesterday. It's just been wild because so many things have happened at my job. And I'm just like, I'm back in this job market again. Mind you, I've only had the job for like 6 months and I was unemployed before that for 15 months. I am really scared because I don't want to say scared. I'm just nervous about next steps. I mean, granted, yes, I have my separation paperwork. I have the things that I need to apply for unemployment. I applied for food stamps. So I am hoping that things just like come through no matter what I get. I am grateful because I do have like a support system of like just like family, so I'm not going to be like on the street anywhere, but I still have my own personal bills that I need to take care of. So there's that. And I'm just really nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really, really nervous. Money is tight, bills are tighter. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. My insurance only lasts for another 30 days. I use that to get meds and all that great jazz. So, and like to pay for therapy and all those things, and all those things are going to be essentially cut until I find something else. So it's like, I'm trying to like keep myself in order and not panic and not spiral. So yeah, I am very nervous, but I'm also optimistic because I'm excited for what's around the corner. I'm praying for my next job opportunity, that it's something that offers like a great work-life balance, pays pretty decent, like a salary, hopefully, remote, ideally, and something that just like really just is something new for me, that I can just like help develop my own skills and I can grow with the company, and allows me to still be creative in my own way. Yeah, so I'm really hoping, I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do or what I'm good at. Working on like resumes and stuff like that, but yeah. So I don't know what's next, but I'm excited to see how good life gets. Being late, this is my first time being laid off. I don't really know how this goes. I'm always left a job and gone somewhere else. So it just feels weird, but I'm just gonna take it in strides, and I'm really just gonna miss my coworkers because they were probably the most amazing group of people that I've ever worked with. Yeah, so I'm gonna miss them all. So I don't know. Cheers to new beginnings.
Corporate layoffs have quietly become a painful part of modern workplace. What once felt like rare, unfortunately, events are now becoming a routine for most of the people. More and more people are being told that their position are no longer needed in different companies. Not because they failed, but because the company decided to change directions. It's a silent wave for uncertainty sweeping through offices, buildings, break rooms, and conference calls. When a person is laid off, it's not just a job, they lose its structure, purpose, and the emotional connection to the work they once did with pride. The alarm clock that once signed a new day now rings into silence. The routine of logging in, checking emails, and interacting with coworkers is replaced with a quiet days and searching questions. What now? Where did I go from here? Companies often make these decisions based on strategy, not humanity. They cut jobs as part of their restructuring plans while still announcing expansion in other departments. These decisions are delivered in short, impersonal ways. A quick message, a brief meeting, sometimes even through rumors. People who gave yes to a company are let go without a proper goodbye. No thank you, no real explanation, just silence and shock. For many, layoffs come out of nowhere. One day you are part of a team, contributing, hitting goals. The next year on the outside, looking in. There is a deep emotional weight that follows, one that's hard to describe unless you lived in it. It's not just sadness, it's a confusion, the fear, and sometimes shame. It's waking up not knowing who you are without the title that used to define your daily life. The most heartbreaking part is how often the most loyal employees are the first ones to go. People who stayed late, picked up the slack, trained others, and worked through company crisis. These are the people who often receive no special consideration. The same dedication that was once praised is now forgotten in a single decision made in a boardroom. So there is also a quite dangerous narrative that those laid off must have done something wrong. But that's not true, but that's far from the truth. In most cases, it's not about performance at all. It's about cross-cutting, automation, shift priorities. Talented or hardworking individuals are pushed aside, and their skills and sacrifice are suddenly deemed not essential. Mental health takes a serious hit in the process, let me tell you. So it brings anxiety, depression, and the loss of self-esteem. Bills keep coming, responsibilities don't pause, and the pressure to bounce back feels like crashing. At the same time, people often feel isolated. They avoid telling friends, feeling embarrassed around family, and silently carrying the weight of not being able to provide or contribute in their family. Other workers are facing a unique and painful form of this crisis. After years of building a career and gaining experience, they find themselves overlooked or replaced with younger ones. The assumption that order means outdated is both unfair and untrue, yet it lingers. And when those workers are laid off, it's often harder for them to find new roles because the job market is not joking. They're taught to adapt, but the job market is not always ready to welcome them back. So the idea of job security has changed. Workers are realizing that no matter how long you have been at a company, how many hours you have given, or how many goals you have hit, your role is never truly safe. The psychological contract between employees and employers, the trust that if you work hard, you'll be safe, is breaking. People now work with one eye open and never fully sure when the next email might bring bad news for you. So, what makes this worse is how little we talk about it. Layoffs are often seen as a personal failure, so people don't share their stories more. But this silence only feeds the shame, the truth. This is a system failure, not a personal one. People are not losing jobs because they are not good. No, they are losing jobs because the world of work is shifting, sometimes without care or caution. Recovering from layoffs is not just about finding a new job, it's about healing, rebuilding, confidence, also rediscovering self-worth. It's about useful again when the world told you that you were replaceable. Some people find new paths, others take time to rest, but all of them carry the scars of that moment. The day their work life was pulled from under, under them without warning. If you've been laid off, know this is not you're not alone. You're not invisible, you're not broken. What happened to you is not your fault. If you have not experienced this yourself, take a moment to listen, support, and understand, because the person sitting next to you, the friend who suddenly went quiet, or the neighbor who seems more withdrawn, they might